I've tried cannabis when I was a younger lad, and I've also had to have Vicodin when I broke some ribs falling off, embarrassingly, a Segway in Santa Monica. And I can tell you that it was the Vicodin, which I was prescribed by my doctor, which gave me a massively higher high than the cannabis ever did. I couldn't see the logic between making the Vicodin a legally prescribed drug and making cannabis this demonized drug. Explain to me the difference.
Well, I have to agree with you. I mean, I have no disagreement with that. I mean, I don't have an issue with marijuana being used for certain pain things. I mean, of course it's safer than Vicodin. I mean, I've had patients die off Vicodin. I've never had anybody die off marijuana, but I have had people come to me, hundreds of people that I've had to treat that have addiction to marijuana, that have serious emotional side effects as a result of that. So I think the issue here is, being able to decriminalize marijuana without question.
Marijuana is classified as a Schedule 1 drug, which means a drug that has no current accepted medical use and has a high potential for abuse. Despite this, 23 states now have legalized marijuana for medical use, and 4 have legalized it fully. CBD is the component of marijuana that has the healing effects, and this is what is used when making medical marijuana.
The two principal components of marijuana are known as tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC. That's the part that makes you feel high, and that's what people know about it because of that. Another major constituent of the plant is called cannabidiol. We also call it CBD. Now, this makes up to 40% of the actual plant matter. However, it's not psychoactive, so just taking this ingredient by itself is not going to make you have that high feeling. However, people have noticed in some studies that you still get a lot of the effects of medical marijuana, some beneficial effects, even though it doesn't make you feel high. And no one really knew what the mechanism of action was. We didn't know what it was about this compound that was helping with some of these issues. It helps with epilepsy, some types of pain, nausea. People with taking chemotherapy, it stimulates hunger. So we try to kind of take a look at a potential mechanism this could be working by.
Last year, New York became one of those 23 states to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes when Governor Cuomo signed a bill to establish a medical marijuana program.
The legislation, I feel confident, gets us the best that medical marijuana has to offer in the most protected, controlled way possible. We studied the other states before moving forward. I really believe that this is the smartest approach that any state has taken thus far.
Backing up a little bit, it is the Compassionate Care Act, but a lot of people refer to it now as the Cuomo Care Act because the bill in its original form, there was several other conditions or ailments that were included in the bill. Basically, at the end, once it passed through the Senate and Congress, the state Senate, once it got to the Governor Cuomo's office, he basically refused to sign the bill as it was, and really kind of held everyone hostage. Our legislators who worked to pass that bill, and then obviously most importantly, all the patients who would get relief from the bill.
New York's Compassionate Care Act will allow patients to use medical cannabis in the form of an oil. They are not allowed to smoke it. There will be 5 manufacturers in the state, and patients may possess a 30-day supply of marijuana. Every patient will get an ID card, and until a patient receives an ID card, they will have no legal protection.
Yeah, I'm not an expert because we really study chemistry here. I can say there have been more and more studies in the recent years because we are easing up on the legal requirements to actually study this stuff. Marijuana, it doesn't kill people. You can't overdose on it. However, it's been scheduled as a Class 1 drug for whatever reasons, historical reason. So it's great in these recent years. It's been a lot easier to study it, and it seems to be it's getting easier and easier. So I think there's going to be a lot more studies coming out on the effects and benefits and how we can use this drug.